Hello everybody, it's the 14th of March today, and I'm hoping, weather permitting, to repot a few trees today, but I'm going to start with this little Cornus. I've had this tree for a number of years, and it's time to repot. I've been in this pot for quite a little time now, probably 2-3 years. So it's going to have to come out and be root pruned and trim back the top a little, but not too much, and set it up for this coming spring. First job is obviously to get it out of this pot, which may not be easy. It's been, as I said, it's been in there a few years, and this being a belly pot can sometimes be a challenge, but no, it's not going to argue too much. That's good. Excellent. I thought this was going to be more of a challenge, but no. I'm going to have to replace the drainage screen. Get rid of the earwig. We don't need him, or the woodlice, or that woodlice. Yeah, out of it. Okay, so I'll replace the drainage screen, clean up the pot a bit before I tackle the roots. My trusty root hook, and I got a bunch of woodlice living in there, but nothing too terrible. No vine weevil that I can see, so I'm just going to take the edge of this. I'm really happy with the root spread. It's not a classical Nabari by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not terrible either. So I'm not going to try and make these roots better than they are, because I like it the way it is. And that's a choice everyone has to make. If you're happy it's okay. Bonsai is art. And that's my take on it. It is art, and not everybody likes the same art. You've only got to look at the Turner Prize some years to know that we don't all agree on what art is or should be, and that sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't, but it is all personal taste. So as I see it, this tree is fairly well as I like it. I'm not looking to do a lot more in terms of development with this tree. I'm not looking to fatten the trunk or grow extra branches or any of those things. I just want it to keep ramifying but remain much as is. So I'm not removing a lot of the root ball because I don't want to have to take off too much top. And that's probably all I'm going to do. I do want to give the base of the trunk a little clean, so with my nylon brush and some water, I'm just giving it a bit of a scrub. And once that dries, that'll look a lot better. There we go. That's better. Get rid of some of that moss and things. This is my front. The Nabari is better from this side, but we've got this long branch that I don't really want to sacrifice. I really like the look of the tree as is. Strange little knobbly, gnarly lump. So yeah, I want it that way. That's definitely my front. Now what I want to do is just cut back some of these branches where we're beginning to get long straight pieces, just at the tips here. So it will be cut back, and hopefully we'll begin to back bud a little bit, and we'll get a finer ramification. So let's get it in the pot first. The pot was a little grubby, so I've given it a bit of a clean, and it's pretty much of a muchness in terms of front or back with this oval pot, but I kind of like the way it has a dark to light, or light to dark sweep across on this side. So I'm going to have this as the front of my pot, and so then it's just a question, as always, filling in with a little bit of compost, some controlled release fertilizer. That might seem like quite a lot for a little pot, but as I've said, this is a very free draining compost substrate, some people like to call it, and it is going to leach out some of it. So it's a question of trying to perhaps overcompensating a little, maybe you could say, but you do want, you don't want to have it all go out of the base of the pot. You want some to remain in the pot, so you have to give a little bit extra. If that makes sense, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so, and squash that down into the pot, and that means I've got good solid contact at the base of that root ball into the new substrate. And now I just need to fill in around the edges, which is sometimes easier said than done. Someone did ask me about whether I washed the kitty litter and gravel before mixing it, because it is dusty, and I don't do that because I find that it flows, if you will, into the crevices and the nooks and crannies much better dry. And obviously you want to get it down into those nooks and crannies so that there's no air pockets. Roots won't grow into an air pocket. Now I'm pushing the tree to the side that I've already filled to make a bit of a gap that I can push the stuff down into the side with my finger. I know some people use chopsticks and things, I've said this before as well. Fingers came first, and you can feel with your finger how much pressure you're putting on that root ball and that compost, and when it's packed in solid you can feel it better with your thumb and your finger than you can with a chopstick or the root hook. I'm quite happy that's got rid of all the air gaps. So now I want to trim this tree up. As I say, this is the front of my tree, and there's a few things going on that I'm not entirely happy with. There's this piece here which is coming straight at me, which I'm going to prune it back to a single shoot there, like so, and this piece is coming back and across I'm going to shorten and shorten. There's a piece there that's need to make a choice. I'm going to remove, I'm going to shorten that to there, and I'm going to shorten that like so. Hopefully that will then shoot out like this pair has shot out the twin shoots. Take off that because it's crossing into that piece, and take off the growing tip, and hopefully it will break lower down. So let's get it on the turntable and give you a 360. Okay, so got it on the turntable now, and I just think this branch needs to come down just a little bit. It's crossing in front of this one, so I'm just going to put a little piece of wire on there. I'm going to anchor it with that limb, although I'm happy with its placement, and then just want to persuade that just to come down just a little bit. There we go, that's better, I think. This is almost a bar branch, but this one is slightly higher. I don't know how well that shows on camera. But there are 3 branches that emanate from near the top of the trunk, but they are all on slightly different levels. This is the lowest, then this one, then this one. And I'm not sure how well the camera's picking that up. But let's give you that twirl. Bit of grit in the turntable. There we go. So I'm very happy with that. Any bits I don't like can be pruned away later in the summer, and obviously it's going to need trimming to keep compact, but I'm really happy with its setup. I'm going to give it a drink now, and then it'll go in the shade house. Thank you so much for watching. This is really appreciated. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe.